In football, things can move very quickly. For example, the January transfer window's not yet open, but clubs have already started to do serious business. While some clubs are in the preliminary or final stages of negotiations, believe it or not, some others have already gotten certain deals over the line. The biggest clubs around Europe hardly have so much patience, so they've already started to put pen to paper on certain contracts. From Real Madrid transfers to Manchester United and AC Milan signings, these are 10 January transfers that have already been completed. We'll start with Takehiro Tomiyasu. The Japan international has been without a club since he was released by Arsenal in the summer. He suffered a lot of injury problems, which really affected his career in London. But after surgeries and a lengthy rehabilitation which kept him out for an extended period of time, the versatile defender is finally back to playing football and has now moved to Ajax, signing a 6-month contract with the club. If he performs well during this period, he would likely receive an offer to extend that contract further. This will make Tomiyasu only the second Japanese to ever play for Ajax after Ko Itakura, who himself only moved there in the summer. Another defender who's already completed a winter move is Sergio Reguilon. After defeating the Vancouver Whitecaps to win the MLS Cup, Inter Miami's owners announced in a post-match interview that they already have replacements for Jordi Alba and Sergio Busquets lined up, following the retirement of the Spanish legends. And well, it hasn't taken us long for us to see one of those replacements. Former Real Madrid left-back Sergio Reguilon was quickly signed and brought over to Miami to take over from Jordi Alba. To be fair, you can see exactly why they went for him. Apart from the fact that it seems perfect to replace a Spanish left-back with another Spanish left-back, Reguilon is still in his 20s, has experience playing for top clubs across Europe, and is a high-flying fullback just like Alba was. We really do see him slotting right into the Inter Miami setup under Javier Mascherano. And of course, there will be no problems with adaptation as Reguilon is fluent in both Spanish and English, the two main languages of Miami. Reguilon was a free agent following the expiration of his Spurs contract in the summer, so Inter Miami paid no transfer fee for him. Speaking of Premier League clubs, Aston Villa have completed the signing of Allison from Grêmio. The 19-year-old Brazilian came up from the Grêmio Academy and only just broke into the first team last year. But in under one full year, he has now secured a massive move to Europe. This move to Aston Villa is surely a huge leap for him, as it's not only his first move to Europe, but also the first time he'll be moving to a club outside Porto Alegre in Brazil. The English club, who are currently in something of a title race in the Premier League, agreed to a €12 million total package for the teenager and managed to get this one over the line before the transfer window opened because the Brazilian season has already ended. Now, speaking of teenagers from Brazil, let's talk about Henrich. But just before we do, if you aren't yet already subscribed to the channel, go do that right away so that you never miss out on our amazing content. Yeah, so Henrich's move to Olympic Lyon is not official just yet, but best believe it's pretty much done. Unless something super dramatic happens in the last days of December, the Brazilian striker will certainly be unveiled as a Lyon player once the January window swings open. He's not played enough minutes under Xabi Alonso, so he's decided to leave in order to get more game time ahead of the 2026 World Cup. There were rumours of other clubs like Stuttgart and Chelsea being interested in the wonder kid, but it appears that Lyon won this particular race. It's expected to be a simple loan deal until the end of the season when he'll return to the Spanish capital.
Hello YouTube family, Merry Christmas and a huge Happy New Year to all of you. With the 2026 World Cup on the way, the energy in the football world is already building, and we are thrilled to be sharing it with this amazing community. To celebrate, we have lined up some holiday surprises in the Goal 90 shop. A bunch of your favourite jerseys are already up to 50% off. Shipping is on us, and because you are part of our YouTube fam, you can grab an extra 10% off with the code YouTubeFam. Thanks for all the love and support. 2026 is going to be massive. Let's enjoy every moment together.
Another French club that's already completed a major signing is RC Lens. The Ligue 1 defenders are already looking at bolstering up their squad so they can actually beat PSG to the league in the second half of the season, and that has led them to the signing of Amadou Haidara. The 27-year-old midfielder, who's currently at the AFCON representing Mali, has signed a deal which should keep him at Lens until 2029. This is a big move for him after having been at RB Leipzig since 2019. This transfer cost Lens €3 million. He'll be joining the club immediately after his AFCON campaign with Mali. Another top midfielder who's already signed a permanent contract ahead of the January transfer window is Rodrigo de Paul. He initially joined Inter Miami on a 6-month loan from Atletico Madrid in the summer, and that deal has already been made permanent after the end of the MLS season. De Paul was very impactful for the American club, so signing him permanently was certainly a no-brainer. Up next, let's talk about AC Milan's new acquisition, Juan Arizala. The 20-year-old Colombian, who's had proposals from Belgium and the UK through the months, has committed his future to AC Milan after saying yes to their project. He'll now be hoping to help bring the Scudetto back to the San Siro next year. Arizala's €3 million transfer from Independiente Medellin makes him one of the most expensive players in the history of the Colombian league. This is surely really huge for the young player. Speaking of young footballers from Colombia, let's talk about Man United's new kid on the block, Christian Orozco. The 17-year-old defensive midfielder left Colombia and moved to England to join Man United before the transfer window even officially opened. His deal has already been completed and it cost the Devils $1 million. This is expected to be a signing for the future for the English Giants. And still on the theme of Colombian ballers, Brian Vera has also completed a move of his own this winter. He moved from Real Salt Lake to CF Montreal for $1.5 million. The 26-year-old has been playing in the US for some time now, but he'll be moving to Canada. Although he's moved countries, he'll remain in the same league as he was last season, as CF Montreal also compete in the MLS. Let's now wrap up with Mohamed Zongo. This is one of those funny deals where the player's reported to have completed a deal with Blue Co. instead of an actual club. We're still trying to get used to this new development in football. Anyway, the 16-year-old left-footed midfielder was scouted at the 2025 Under-17 World Cup, where he helped Burkina Faso get as far as the quarter-finals, beating Germany on the way and only losing to eventual bronze medalist Italy by 1 goal. He'll start his European career in France with Strasbourg and is expected to move to Chelsea later on in his career. Of course, a lot more transfers will be completed between now and the end of January. These are just some players and clubs who just could not wait, so they went ahead to get their deals over the line before the window officially swung open. Now, are there more January transfers that have already been completed? Tell us about them in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Also, turn on the bell notification so that you never miss out on new content. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye.